Alright, so before we go into what's going on this evening, by the way, before we go into me shooting, I wanted to explain a little bit of the ballistics, like I said. So I am on the Hornady website, and they have a ballistic calculator, and all you gotta do is plug in numbers, and they give you the ballistics on it. So here we have a ballistic coefficient of 0.150. The velocity on the round is 1,772 feet per second, and I verified that. That is the actual reading from my gun. The bullet weight is 225 grains, and we're going to put the maximum range at 225 yards with a interval of 25 yards, and we zeroed the scope at 100. So now all we got to do is hit the calculate button, and we come up with some numbers here. So at the muzzle, these are foot-pounds of energy, and that is 1,569 foot-pounds of energy. The bullet actually drops 1.5 inches from there, but you get every 25 feet per second. You get your different numbers. So from 100, because that's our 100 yards, because that's our zero, we're going roughly 1,354 feet per second and 916 foot-pounds of energy. All right, and everything is all zeros because that's what we zeroed it at. At 125 yards, the bullet drops 2.2 inches. Now, if you remember, I had stated that we were 2 inches high when we use the first hash mark, and I verified that. I don't have the target with me right now, but I verified that, and it was 2 inches. So this is roughly correct at 2.2 inches. So now at 150, the bullet drop is 5.8 inches. Okay, and you'll see on the video, and this 5.8 is from 100 yards. So from 100 to 150, it drops 5.8 inches. So you'll see in the video, but we had the target we had roughly 7 inches of drop on that second hash mark. So we have more than what we need. Now you'll look at the video and you can see that I was hitting high. I could not see it through the scope. I couldn't tell where I was hitting until after I watched the video, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Now from 150 to 175, or excuse me, from 100 to 175, we dropped almost 11 inches. So it kind of splits the difference in between the 150 and 175. So somewhere in the 160 range, 160 yard range, that 7 inches would be spot on. So this is good information to know, and when you're trying to do these sorts of things. But take a look at the video here and see what I came up with, and these numbers are, it's amazing when the math works out. So now on to the shooting portion of our program. Alright, so now that we got the data points, and we're going to try and prove them correct. I've got a piece of steel over there. You should be able to see it if all goes well. And we're back to approximately 125 yards. It might be 120. I don't have a rangefinder, nor is it marked. So, got marks at 200 and 300, but, you know, 100, 200, and 300, but nothing for in between. So, you can probably see that plate swinging. Let's give it a try here. I think first I'm just going to try and hit the steel plate with the crosshairs, not using the hash marks, and see if we can hit the plate with that. It should be good still, but we'll give it a try and see. Let's try it with the drop current. plate is swinging. Uh-oh! I hit the string, or the string broke finally, but that seems to be pretty accurate. So let me go fix this thing and we'll get back on track and back her up a little bit. Alright, now we're back at 150 yards. You can see the steel plate. We're going to try that second hash mark on there and see if that works out to be correct at 150 yards. Do have a little bit of a breeze coming from, crossing from my my back to my front. Like kitty corner from my left to the right. So I'd be curious to see what the wind drift is on it. But we got it all set up and we'll give it a try. That's awesome. That's 150 yards. That is fantastic. Let's go 2 for prosperity. I jerked it. 50 yards. Got it figured out now. Oh, it's sideways. Turn around. Tried to hit the plate sideways. All right, last 2 shots. Come on, turn around. Well, that plate is completely sideways. Well, as you can see, Marlin did pretty good at 150 yards. Hitting the steel plate, that's fabulous. So, for right now, this is going to kind of conclude the long-range Marlin thing. It's hunting season, got the gun sighted in, I'm content with it, so we'll pick it back up in a little while, but take it back a little bit further. But so far, I'm pleased. I was trying to hit that plate a little sideways. It was sideways, you could probably see, but that's a really hard shot. But boy, I put that second hash mark right there on the dead center, just about a little bit lower than center, and it smacked that plate. So I was thoroughly impressed. I mean, if that holds up, I mean, I have to do some work and do some Kentucky windage here, some Michigan windage, and to to take it back to 200 and 300, but I think it could be worked out. But that'll be after hunting season. Maybe I'll sight this thing in for 150 yards on the crosshairs and see how far back that gets me with them hash marks. But until next time, you guys have a good day. It was a good day for me. Hope it was a good day for you too. Have a good one.